show. It's like, yo, 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 it's time for my show. Here we go. Here come the Flintstones. Yabba dabba doo. We got Shriners in the building. Who's old? We're moving the Jeffersons. Bloodline, royal bloodlines. Bloodlines. Yep. We got everybody's undivided attention at this time. Don't you feel you gotta get someone's permission to make a video based off of someone's life, put it in on Lifetime? Archangel Michael. Someone you're about to become a star. Baby girl, you are a star, and I can't help but wait. Somebody you got an eye of the music celebrity. Live your life on a movie screen. Do everything that you really dream. Put it on me, baby. I want you come to me. Somebody trying to do a come to me spell. Somebody could be bored. Like someone feels like, you taking my dream. It was all a dream. Hip hop movies and magazines. But this is like, ay, 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 ay. For me to say, ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. Hey. She got her hands up on her knees and her elbows on her thighs. Somebody say, I'm trying to see what that do. You know what I'm saying? I want to make all your dreams and fantasies come true, but you know what I'm saying? I really don't know what it is that you want to do, boo. Ooh. I know these people was doing this to you, but what you expect me to do? I'm not fit to go through no cycle or try to figure out what you like. Sorry, I'm not sticking with no man no more. You don't know what side of the fence you want to be on. Figure it out. The shit, exploring and having fun is one thing with your partner, but doing it to be disrespectful and then feeling like you're being discreet and then, oh, well, do you want to? No, it doesn't work like that. And then it's like the stupidity of doing something in front of somebody who runs their mouth as such. The Infinity Crew. I thought you would never know. Ain't nobody stupid. This is like somebody that I told you, somebody literally was living their life like a suburban kid that ended up getting caught up in the mix of some bullshit. And I remember, like, let me tell you something. Your baby mama ran her mouth a little bit. It ain't even a little bit, way too fucking much. You don't ever give, like, certain bitches comfortability when you know what kind of instabilities and insecurities that they already carry. And then the shit that you pulled in front of this motherfucker, or let alone told her, because it's like, well, we've been together since we were, like, young and shit like that. Who gives a fuck? Motherfucker, you betrayed me for that? It's like a motherfucker try to betray you for a motherfucker that. Look, I seen that shit coming from a mile away. And then the audacity, motherfucker, just shit. The only thing you can do is just run me back what it is that you took to give it to a dirty foot. That's it. Somebody, like, I'm telling you, it's a come to me like, motherfucker, I'll be listen. Ladies, learn to be by y'all fucking self. I swear to you. Been there, done that, got a whole bunch of trophies, and now I ain't got nothing to show for that. But now I'm going to be the chance and have the opportunities to rewrite your story, because I'm telling you right now with this situation, there's so much going on. Empress, High Priestess energy with the Three of Swords. You know what I'm saying? Like, people could probably view me like, oh, she's a heartbreaker. She'll do this, she'll do that to you. And it's just like, motherfucker, that's just the perception, because it's like the bullshit that you put other people through. Like, know when people are like assuming and want to put you in a box. This is either psychologically, this could be mentally, this could be work, this could be in relationships, because it's just, some people base a lot of situations based off of fucking looks. It's like, oh, well, they look like this, so I can only speak for myself. The main perception of a lot of stuff, even psychiatrists, psychologists, doctors and shit like that, like I said, when I had to confront Dr. Perez at the VA, and I was like, well, Dr. Perez, if you know, as long as you've been a doctor, you should already know based off of what a person's face or skin is showing you, you could be able to know what type of conditions or what a person is dealing with. And considering that I feel like I only literally break out in particular areas, so that can mean that it's only affecting certain parts of my body, let alone organs, right? And when I said that, she looked at me like, she asked me out of her whole mouth, how you know that? It don't take a rocket scientist, because it didn't take a rocket scientist to already know, like, of the 3 or 4 times that I had went to the VA since I had got back from Puerto Rico, I was like, shit. Because it was like I needed to test the theory just to see if they were doing the bullshit that I thought they were doing. And she was doing exactly that. So when I had to test, Dr. Perez on this, she was just sitting there like, she knows about that. Medically, I just want to see something. But I was like, I don't want to be hateful today, because I really wasn't in the mood, and I knew whatever the fuck was going to come out of my mouth that day. Like, I was going to go 1 or 2 ways. And I was like, shit, they wasn't going to put me on the fucking psych ward. They was going to have to put me in jail that day had I went off on that fucking lady. And then it was like, you know what I'm saying, to me, mentally, emotionally, I was like, that bitch ain't even worth it. And then it's like, sometimes you got to look at motherfuckers. It's like, damn. Psychologically and emotionally, I could already tell just by looking at her. I was like, this motherfucker is just one situation, or me bringing up one of her little situations that she had going on at home would have fucking made her ass break down right there in the fucking office, like at the hospital. And I was like, I'm gonna leave it alone. And then the lady that ended up putting the injection in my IV shit, I was like, look, you just one fucking step away from some bullshit for me to call immigration on your bitch ass. And then the lady that was trying to play as a social worker that day, I'm sitting there looking at her, I was like, you got the audacity to come in this bitch with some nursing clothes on, and then the shit that you have on, which also allowed me to know that she didn't work for them. She just had affiliation of who she was trying to work for to cover up on some shit. And I was just like, Sharita, let them go. And then it was like, Sharita, just pay attention while you sit here, because I really was in fucking pain and discomfort that day. Like, when I say pain was like an understanding, I was just like, what the fuck going on? And they refused to do that ultrasound. This allows me to know this is a conversation going up, so they must have already just arrested somebody to ask them what was going on. And considering whether I do it here or whether they just sit there and try to keep playing this perception of the situation, it's like, regardless of what is going on, her story is consistent. There's no inconsistencies to what she's fucking saying. So anyone that's coming up with the storyline or a scenario, it allows me to know that whatever alibi they fucking had, they can tell that it was a bold-faced fucking lie. This is also leading to some of that shit that was happening out in Puerto Rico and stuff like that. They can clearly tell. And then it was like them trying to tie some shit into what was happening on with some of these motherfuckers from Pennsylvania, all this other shit like that. It was just like, nah, if we're gonna keep playing, it's gonna be some deaths on the table. Because somebody's about to have a death. Somebody's about to have a tower moment. A really bad one. Somebody's birthday could be in July. Okay, what does that have to do with me? I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but what does that have to do with me? Yeah, I mean, it ain't nothing new. You got to understand, it's going to happen in any type of situation. Hospitals do it. Child Protective Services do it. CPS, put your children in those type of situations. Again, you must not have viewed any of my videos where I do talk about how the system literally do that. If you were a single parent, whether you was a single father or a single mom, they know anybody that is a single father, they're going to hunt you down. They're going to find that man's weakness, whether he's been in and out of prison, in and out of jail, if he had certain affiliations, if there's a particular ethnic group, if you've been by yourself. It's too easy to figure out what it is that some of these people will do, won't do. Also, people's traumas. Sometimes y'all don't ever pay attention to these people's traumas. And when you don't pay attention to these people's traumas, guess what? Now you left sitting here like this motherfucker. They was over here trying to fuck on my 16-year-old. Somebody trying to mess with my 17-year-old. Unbeknownst to you, sometimes ladies pay attention to these fucking females that you be thinking is your friend. We can be in our fucking 30s and that bitch sitting there watching your 10-year-old, waiting till your 10-year-old hit about 16, 17, or waiting for you to have that conversation with that bitch to say like, yeah, girl, I caught my son beating off, or I caught my son doing this. Sometimes you gotta pay attention to the men who you with. Shit, they be waiting for you to be talking about that shit so they can come on in and mess with your kids too. So it's not no exception to the rule. You just gotta pay attention to what's really going on around you. So like I said, back to the scenario of the situation of someone feeling like they distracted me from what I was saying about the VA or the Veterans Affairs. These people trying to figure out a way to steal this situation, to steer away from the psychological or mental aspect of clearing out energy for you to focus on everything else but what it is that they're doing. And with the VA, like I said, most of the VA has, listen, let me put it this way. If you ever have to be, I am U.S. Army combat veteran. There's more fucking people that's been in the military that are molesters, abusers, substance abusers, women abusers, and they abuse kids. If many people haven't listened to me over the fucking years, I'll tell you anytime, I would not date nobody in the fucking military. Sorry, not sorry. Nope. Not retired, none of that shit. Especially not no man. Because 10 times out of 10, if you end up asking them, like, how many times have you, shit, Navy, the motherfuckers tend to be bati boys. They like to butt. If not, they're going to get them a white girl that's into that, all that crazy ass shit. Air Force men, baby, they expensive, so they can afford if they want to keep their secret discreet, okay? They can keep that secret discreet. If not, they're dealing with somebody that's like Asian persuasion and shit like that, susus and all that stuff. But most of the time, Air Force men, they will have more of the habit of doing kitty kids, certain things like that. But in my experience, because I was a kid that went through it before I even went into the military, was dealing with, like, how they call it, freak offs. That was the experience. And as a kid, my mom was, well, the person that was taking care of me, that was supposed to be my so-called mom or whatever, the females from these bases or stuff like that, they knew when the soldiers would get paid, which was on the 1st and the 15th. So 1st and the 15th, depending on how you grew up and what part of the world you was, they'll have them soldiers lined up on that furniture. And depending on who was going to pay the highest, and they knew you had smaller kids under the age of 10, they would, these men that were soldiers, and they knew that, you know what I'm saying, they'd be looking at the mama and pay for it and be like, shit, well, I won't touch her, but I'll give you an extra 200 if you know, let her come on out and let me watch her while we do it. I've been there. I was a kid and a product of that situation. So it's also like, with that, you will run into, say, for instance, that they knew they had friends that worked in the military as well, that was in, most of the time it will be the dental people, it'll be the nurses, the doctors on those military bases that would be the ones to cover up for most of the people who were like in the ordnance, signals, infantry units. Air Force, they were a little bit more stricter because of certain things that they had going on. And with the stuff that they had going on, they would, as you call it, well, if you ain't never been there, they used to have so-called barracks parties, which was their way to initiate some of these people to get into what they so-called call wannabe Masons and Eastern Stars and shit. The barracks parties would be one of their things to do. Yep. That was one of the initiations that they would do. Fort Lee, Bragg, Campbell, all that shit. So them parties would be freak outs, low-key freak outs. So these girls be just turning 18, 17. Someone will be 17 because their parents have to sign them in. But if you stayed in the barracks and stuff like that, and they knew like say for instance, if you did already have people that were Masons and you didn't know it and stuff like that, you were more likely to be approached than having to go through the other initiations of them approaching you, like if you stayed in the barracks and stuff like that. But if like they already knew like you came from a line of Masons and shit like that, this is how they used to do it in military. So it's not like people be sitting here doing certain shit and like, and most of the time, like say if you were married or something like that, and they knew you already were like an initiate, unbeknownst to be an initiate, that person will be able to advance a lot quicker being married to you. Hence, being my so-called the little fake marriage, bullshit marriage that I was in, his whole family already knew that boy was gay. Like, little man, you knew you got some kids and stuff. Like, well, if y'all knew that boy was gay, I would have did a fucking annulment right there and then. But them wanted to be so advanced, to be recognized so bad, the Taylors and the Parhams and shit like that, they would do dumb shit and come in and act like that. So it's just like certain people will sit there and be like, what? I'm telling you. But, you know, with the VA, how they move around, you can tell who's the buddy buddies. You can tell who's the Masons, Eastern Stars. You can tell who were part of the Spain. Like, I call Spain, like, they got that low-key, like, KKK, but they not KKK type shit. And they would have shit like that going on. Like, you can tell who it is. And then it's like their affiliations, associations. Most of the times, you knew the Spanish people, it would be like, the females will do something like with men, with the men mostly. So like they, like if I broke this shit down, people would be like, girl, like what is it that you don't fucking know that go on? And ain't shit that's gonna go on. And then it's like when they gotta prove the point for you to try to keep you quiet, they'll do intimidation like a motherfucker. So it's like if you a scared motherfucker, they know that all they gotta do is either pay you off to keep you shut up. Sometimes they end up scoping out some of them people that they knew how to keep a woman, what they call keep them in order. They'll be more or less like create the woman to have some kind of mental or psychological disorder. But the mental psychological disorder will come from, like, say for instance, they'll try to build this trust group, right? Oh, our wives are trusting wives, but these women will already know, and they will do hoodoo and voodoo behind closed doors. Excuse me. Like I said, when I knew what it was, that what that ugly ass girl named Shaquera. When I knew that donkey ass looking motherfucker was doing something, oh, I want to get a surgery done because your booty just big and I need it. Just, it's like, bitch, you're weird. Like you'll be something like she was just something like if I ever had to just stay with her, she would have been just something to fuck on and just go on by my business. But they will always try to say like, oh, it's a practical, propaganda, because they thought they was moving so discreetly. But it was like I would watch so many of them that'll do this sister wives shit to a point where I'm talking about these people will have solid ass marriages and the husband will be, decent. Well, I wouldn't say decent. They were good husbands, take care of the kids, make sure she good. But they pulled that sister wife shit. Well, guess what was always happening? The women was leaving a man for the other woman. And I would be like, y'all motherfuckers just like, and this is what the fuck y'all wanted me to look forward to become part of y'all fucking society or organization. I was like, y'all stupid in a motherfucker. That's why I ain't never believe in that like shit. Even like games, it was opportunities to be like, shit, you wanna, and I wasn't gonna be the one to fuck in. I was gonna be the one to fight. You know what I'm saying? And then it would just got to a point. I remember one of them, he was like, you just too fucking pretty to even do this shit. And I remember somebody said, he was like, you too pretty for that. So I always knew him. He was like, I know everybody sit there try to talk about you, having muscles or whatever. And it was older dudes that would say it, but they'd be like, I know you just one of those that you just don't touch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have men that were very respectful, even though they know it was wrong for them. Like, they'll tell me, like, it's wrong for me to even do that. But shit, they knew what women will be okay with it because it was like that was the way of living for these women to say it was cool for their kids to mess with the older men because to them, the bills was getting paid. It's no different from fucking women that be like, well, shit, at least his ass out of trouble. But the thing of it is, as long as he bringing that money in, that's why you can tell when people like was really damaged or went through some shit, and you can really just be Like, I can forgive certain shit what people do, because you gotta look at it like, who raised these folks? And when you know who raised them and stuff like that, you can tell like what a person gonna do. If they so used to stealing and shit like that, that's just a behavior to show you, especially when growing up in the hood. That means they either struggled so much it was like a lack in the home, or the mama was home, but shit, she was home, but she wasn't home. She was too busy running after somebody, and then it was time to eat or something like that. And God forbid that they the oldest sibling or the sibling in the house that had to just basically fend for themselves. Guess what? They gonna be accustomed to stealing. But however, whenever it's not like that, it'll be a kid that just, they'll do it because they need the attention. Like my oldest one, when we was doing that shit, that's why I was like, I wasn't surprised when she was doing all that lying and shit like that, because it was like, shit, she looked just like me. But then when you go ahead and start putting her next to her daddy, she act like that motherfucker, talk like that motherfucker, everything, do the stupidest shit that motherfucker did. And I was just like, it kind of hurt my soul, but it was like at the same time, it was like, sure, don't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? That's the same difference where these people will, you'll have children with them and they'll be thinking like, aha, that's why the kid gonna come out like me type shit. And it's like, shit, as long as they come out looking like the fucking father, shit, they gonna have your brain. But then when it came to Adrian, he was more my kid that I have confidence in. But it's just like, if he's getting manipulated, it's get confusing. He don't like that fucking confusion, so he just gonna go with the shit where he can just keep the peace and the calmness for him. And like, I overstood when it came to Adrian, because it was just like, for him, it was just like, shit. We was already in the situation where it was a lot of stress. It was a lot of moving around. We had to figure out like, oh, here goes this. But then it was like, the biggest part of that situation was he somewhat knew what was going on, but he didn't understand, because it was like, with my kids, I somewhat sheltered them. I did my best to shelter them from certain things. But the fact that how I was looking to shelter him, it kind of like fucked up that situation, because he couldn't see that picture fully. And how Sheila got to him, that right there just fucked him up, for him to understand like, what mommy's trying to tell you, you got to avoid it. But also, before I left, you just got to pay attention. But I also had to make it clear to him, like, this is your choice. This is your decision. But whatever choice and decision you make, it's going to be on you. And I told him that before I left. And it hurt my heart, because it was like, I remember me and him made that pact. It's me and you, baby. We in this shit together, right? And when he made that, and then he was sat there and made that decision, it's like, son, I gotta go, bruh. Son, I gotta go. Like, I couldn't take this shit no more, because it was like, I know for a fact, if I didn't leave that day when I left, I would have literally seriously hurt that woman in the worst way. In the worst way. And I was just grateful that I left. And then it was just like, when old dude had took me over, he was like, but that's your mom or whatever. Nigga, I would you don't understand. And it was like, for her to see that, and he's sitting there watching, it was like, what the fuck did I just witness? Like, bro, what you seeing is death in the making. And if I have to, she had a gun in that crib and she wanted to pull it. But the fact that she knew she did some shit wrong, she knew she was wrong. And then the fact that you went along with that shit, like, you knew something wasn't right. But your spirit, you couldn't dictate what the fuck it was. But it was like, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping on no shit. And it's just like, people want you to play in your energy just to make you feel like, to make you feel as if it's something meant for you to have to live that way. And it's not. It's always a better way to fucking live. And it's just like, be in it, not of it. I had to live in a shitty ass environment where everybody feels it's cool and it's acceptable to have to be a stripper, or to be a OF girl, or be on the adult sites and shit like that. Now, granted, can you get money? Hell yeah, you can get money off that shit. I'm 1,000,000,000% sure these motherfuckers probably made buku money off that shit. Now, the only difference of that situation is, I haven't seen it physically, but my body tells me for sure they've been making money off my ass, especially whatever I was doing with old dude or whatever. Oh, they was making money. They was making money off that shit. Well, I can't believe you got it too, and then I had got it, and then we put it on here, and it's like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. But like, have somebody permission, because when this shit do come out and fall out, shit, y'all motherfuckers gotta take the fall. I'm not showing no mercy to no motherfucker. Like, you meant to do that. So for me to know how it goes, hospitals and all this shit, it's like you playing a game on somebody that already know how the game is ran. Down to tire shops, mechanic shops, who all playing that shit, how it plays out. Like, all this type of shit and behavior is so fucking played out to me. It's just like, if anything, all it's gonna really just do is like, I'll listen to people, but it's just like, it has to take, it's a certain type of level of control you have to have of yourself. And most of these people is like, I know for a fact they not approaching because they like, what do she know? It's just certain things I just don't want her to know. But it's like, why is it that, you know what I'm saying? It be motherfuckers like, they'll fuck with me. It's like, you ain't got no respect for a female, but I have respect for you. But it's like, it's not even a why, and I get why, but it's like, don't do no fucking come to me spells when you fuck a person over. Like, either you gonna talk to them physically or leave them the fuck alone. Like, who do some lame shit like that? It's like, I'll open up my heart to you, but I won't open it to nobody else. Okay, but you still doing fuck shit. Make it make sense. And then it's like, you got... Please get out my energy, bro. I really don't have time for you guys. And just be people like, oh, how can we alter this? How we can do this? What's this? Go take a test. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Somebody could be trying to figure out, like, pregnancy or some shit. Chop shop. If that's what the fuck a motherfucker wants, so be it. A grandparent's elderly death is about to occur. Somebody need to strap up. If you gonna be fucking on this black dude, you better strap up. Somebody got STD or HIV, stole evidence. Somebody could be trying to keep hidden, keep incognito. Somebody could have found out that somebody could do the shit that they do. And it's like, these are people in the music industry too. Somebody, government and Fed watching a black male that stole evidence from a clinic. Somebody could also, renal failure. Female from the front office property manager watching stalking the black female Vicky Sade. Somebody said no. And then the old white lady, Sandy. They could have been trying to get somebody to do something, and they like, nah, I don't want to have no parts of this. These people also have fucking dreams like, don't do this. These are also the same people trying to hire a sniper or somebody to shoot. Something about the rooftop. Acting hard, talking tough, won't bust a grape. Government, state compensation. Somebody could have been hired, somebody from South Africa. Someone between the ages of 60 and 72, or someone could have been born between 1960 and 1972. But somebody could be 60 and somebody could be 72 years old. It's a 10-year gap. 60 to 70. Or in 60s or in their 70s. Somebody's grandparent passed away. Somebody, you got full archangel protection. Woo. I'll make sure that this loosen up. Somebody could say that somebody got two sides to them. Archangels, protection, full force. This black female lawyer could have also invested into a sniper trying to stop a loss. Your intuition is on point. A police officer. So this lawyer and this police officer could be working together. Oh, they was trying to get somebody to come on in and pimp somebody out. So listen, that's why my only friend, me, myself, and I. That's all I got. God dang it. Like, who do you trust? Here go these dumb motherfuckers talking shit again. Shut up. Somebody could be somebody trying to figure out somebody expecting or some shit. I don't know why fucking pregnancy coming over here. Shit, it ain't for me. It ain't for me. Some of y'all motherfuckers that's involved in this bullshit. Somebody from Puerto Rico. Somebody from Puerto Rico. Y'all got some babies on the way. Somebody could be, yep, my nose itching. Somebody got a baby on the way. Somebody got a baby on the way. Can you sign this NDA? Job opportunity. Somebody, Gemini, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Someone could be Panamanian. I'm telling you, somebody is Panamanian, Mexican. These motherfuckers going through depression. Oh, these motherfuckers depressed like a motherfucker right now. Excuse me. Summertime shit. For somebody, it's summertime. Getting pregnant right now is not the thing to do, okay? It's summertime. It's hot outside. Hot girl shit. Hot boy shit, okay? Be on that. Man. What did y'all men do to these bitches? What did y'all do? Okay? Because this look like a bunch of disgruntled ass fucking females right now. And then you got some disgruntled ass government motherfuckers. Somebody that worked for a police station and somebody that is a lawyer. A black female lawyer. Bitch, how is it that you make so much fucking money and making the dumbest fucking decision? For somebody, there's going to be people making a fucking decision for a group of people and you're going to lose people by the dozens. Meaning there will be 12 plus people that's going to die within a 30-day fucking span. I've been there, done that. Now I'm super numb to it. So that's why I said at the moment, whenever these people do approach, I would not be surprised if they tell me that the only thing that I fucking had and the only thing that I've been counting on is my children. And I already seen the fact that they put my kids, if they took them away from this crazy ass bitch and then you put them in the system and you gave them to a black fucking couple, those motherfuckers were molesting my fucking disabled son. He can't tell you. So whoever it is, I'm pretty sure if I was able to fucking see it, I'm pretty sure if y'all ain't put no cameras in that hotel or in that home or nothing like that, that's a change in the system for DCF and CPS. If you're putting these fucking kids and these people want to become fucking foster parents, put nanny cams in their home. If they want to do it and get the fucking income, cameras must be in their home for the safety and the security of those fucking children. I've been a child that was in the fucking system before. It's too many fucking kids coming up kidnapped, missing, or dead. What is the state doing? I'm my bad. Y'all eating real fucking good and you can sleep perfectly at night knowing that this fucked up shit is happening. Now, you can't control what a 15, 16-year-old, 17-year-old gonna fucking do. If they want to go out there and fuck for the money, that's on fucking them versus you putting in fucking places and making healthy, safe group home for kids. I'm not fit to fucking do it. Because I know I'm going to be locked up. I'm not a people person. Where I was a people person, I'm coming in to do fucking business. And when I'm sitting there popping off, ask the motherfuckers at Affinity Accounting. Irvin ass almost lost his life thinking shit was a fucking joke and I could have slit that motherfucker's throat that day. And I ain't been back since then that motherfucking day. You coming back? No, motherfucker, because really and honestly, like, I really would want to go rogue. I really want to say some hateful shit because I can see y'all life way better than you can do it. And doing your little bippity boppity boo, all it's doing is pissing me off. It be too many people feeling like you doing something. There's too many skeletons in your fucking closet to feel like that you're a quality fucking person. So whatever the fuck you feel like you qualified for, you went to school. Well, bitch, you must have had plenty of C's and D's and barely fucking escaped making a fucking 2.0. I ain't gotta fucking do the school because shit, I ain't too cool for fucking school, but baby, I am cruel than a motherfucker. My mouth is very fucking mean. You better ask about it. They can't say they know me, but oh, Rita didn't really give a fuck about your feelings, your well-being, nor let alone I had to fuck with you to give a fuck about your kids because other people don't give a fuck about theirs, clearly. And as a female stalker, I highly suggest find you something safe to do. Find you something way fucking better to do. Because this summer, you fit to be depressed. Whoever this police officer and you gonna be depressed. Because there ain't fit to be no job opportunity. For somebody, you fit to go through a whole fucking year of depression. These motherfuckers back here listening through the wall and thinking, I'm planning. A black female with dark skin and has 1 to 3 kids, bitch, count your days. Count your motherfucking days. Somebody adopted mom, adopted father is fit to come to a fucking end anyway. Somebody could have tried to take out your whole fucking family. An American white person, somebody that's a Libra or a female, Hispanic female that's from the Caribbean doing a money wire transfer and some spell work. A black male that's a part of flights or do something with airlines. For somebody, a little situation, a little jump off want to fucking commit. It's due to the simple fact someone can know that it's an unexpected pregnancy, whether you feel like you have no tubes, tied tubes, birth control, 1 tube, whatever the fuck it is, it's a pregnancy in this bitch. A dark-skinned Cuban practitioner doing spiritual work and hoodoo. Someone could have some type of Roman type tattoo. They could have the tattoo of Apollo. Somebody, this motherfucker is a junkie. LGBT. These are motherfuckers, listen. If you a fucking man and you watching me, you a bitch. Find you something better to do. This is female activity. I can expect that shit from a female unless you just a gay motherfucker that your mommy just didn't give you attention and your daddy wasn't home. The fuck? Try to tone down who you are. Get the fuck out of here. Hire the hitman to tone someone down. Cheating online. Stealing music from people. A CNA. There's a bitch not even prepared for her own fucking labor. A spiritual practitioner, Hispanic female that's dark skinned doing shit with her friends and some lawyers, secret swingers. A Hispanic male stole evidence with a hair distributor or a hair salon owner. Oh, they did this for a quick lick, for a quick come up. Exactly what the fuck that is. I'm not fucking surprised by none of this shit. Social media gang stalkers near you. Could be American, could be a Capricorn, Sagittarius, Puerto Rican dark-skinned woman doing dark spiritual voodoo work. Background check. The FBI is watching their ass as we speak. You can't control how another person thinks or feel about you. You definitely cannot. Somebody, these same fucking people I'm talking about, something's about to happen to them in the next 48 to 72 hours. For some of them, it's starting right now. So in the next 24 to the next 72 hours, these people are in critical condition. They try to make sure somebody didn't matter, trying to go ahead and invade someone's dream, which keep giving away their fucking secrets. Aha, you're being busted, you fake fuckers. Negative chords, now cut and done. So be it. A white male traveled to Louisiana for spiritual work. Somebody hate the fact that somebody is having gratitude. Someone's fit to have an uncle or godfather, male figure that passed on that came into their dreams Thursday. Someone could have tried to warn someone of some incest. Cut all ties, childhood, flashback, trauma, a club owner, bar or nightclub. The truths are revealed. This is also someone still trying to hide the fact that somebody is a man that could have, a man and a woman could have been sleeping together, but they invited like a trans or somebody, but they were a prostitute. That's what they were accustomed to living to. Like I said, it's certain people where they know ain't nobody gonna look for them, but somebody wanted to look into that to prove a point. And they probably met them off of some kind of fucking website, Plenty of Fish, Bigo, Tango, some weird shit. WhatsApp, Telegram, you name it. All these motherfucking sites got that shit. Snapchat, whatever. And they went on ahead and met up in the fucking thing. Somebody, I feel like the woman felt like she was getting disrespected in the situation. Dude may have came in whenever the argument or whatever shit came in and was like, I don't know if the gay person or whoever it was either a man. I think they did it twice. It was a trans and then a woman. And however the fucking situation went, they both had a fucking desire of, they felt disrespected because you gave them more attention fucking them than you did me. So I'm gonna kill this. So I killed them and they helped this person discard the body, which was stupid. And then somebody else got out of pocket and the other one did the same shit. See, now I hold it over your head, but whoever the fucking female is or whoever this tranny is, this motherfucker got a little bit too far and a little bit too fucking comfortable, and it escalated to this person wanted to take out people's kids, taking out other fucking women. Like if this was a man that was into same sex and they was fucking on this person been holding that shit over this person's head, and it's like, look, you know we got this kids, and then I'm gonna have you have another kid with this bitch because I think that kid is gonna look cute, and if you don't do what I tell you to do, I'm gonna kill this person and this person. And it's like somebody could have got punked into doing some dumb shit, but that's what the fuck you get for messing with them fucking punks that's in that fucking type of energy. You gotta fucking be careful. You gotta be fucking smarter than that. And some people don't do that. That's why I'm like, I remember that motherfucker was trying to come at me with that shit. Like, I'm fluid. I do what the fuck I want. It's my body and how I choose to do it. Who I want to fuck on, that's my business. But if I'm going to offer it to you, we're going to do this shit safely. Because I ain't trying to walk around with no fucking diseases, for one. Two, I don't need a motherfucker that I got to keep. I don't need you keep coming back. This was a one-time tap. And if I want to do it again, I want something different. I want what I like. And then it's like when a motherfucker got to be convert with that shit and then you still sneaking to do that shit, that's intentional. That's intentional. You want to do that. And at that point, when you showing me that that's what you want to do, that's what you into, leave me the fuck alone and go about your business. But sitting there trying to set somebody up to get harmed, hurt, and you know a motherfucker willing to do it, and then when you feeling like, oh, they don't deserve it, let me call it off, and they still willing to go fucking hard about it, what make you think that it's okay or safe for your ass to try to bring that in? Because it's somebody really in their fucking mind, and somebody must be boo-booed in a motherfucker to ever fucking think, just because I'm telling you, as a woman, getting knocked up by a man to make a man stay, you are stupid as fuck. And a man trying to knock a woman up to make her stay, or you got to be careful with that. Are you knocking this woman up because you really want to be with them and you just trying to sort some shit out? Or you knocking her up intentionally because you feel like this is something where you can keep running in and out the fucking door? Shit don't work like that. It don't work like that, because I'll be the first one to break your ass to make you understand the world do not fucking revolve around you. And bitch, just because somebody got a kid with your ass does not mean that I got to keep you around. There's a such thing called a restraining order, for one. Two, if you a smart bitch, keep your mouth quiet, keep that shit to yourself, and get the hell out of the Dodge. Be smart about it. Because I'll be damned if I'm trying to sit in the motherfucker, you'll be locked up before anything. And God forbid, you a felon? You a felon? Oh, baby, we going to figure this out one way or fucking another. One way or a motherfucking another. But you want to call stillborns, miscarriage, and abortions. And I remember this motherfucker did that shit intentionally. Like, you knew this shit. And when he finally had said that shit, like, it was for the best. You didn't need to keep that baby. Like, word. So you knew it happened. So you allowed me to know what the fuck was going on around me. And you was going to keep playing stupid and then try to come back to see if you can do it again to prove what point. Oh, I want you to be a single mom. Well, motherfucker, I'm really great at that. It just required me to move the fuck around and not to run into you, not talk to you ever the fuck again, which is too easy because shit, he made his family know it was too fucking easy to not have to be around you, deal with you. I ain't got to deal with your mama, your sister, your dad. I ain't got to deal with none of that shit. It never, as he was telling me to my, it never happened. The same way his baby mama had sent that message, and he sent that message, oh, you delusional, you got my family knowing that you crazy and shit. That day when that nigga did that, he came back, oh, you want to come over here because you feel like it's something to fuck on, because you not getting pleased over there. You gotta do better. Get a life. Cybersecurity. A black female, light-skinned female from a church. Oh, I'm seeing Zoe and Reva. Non-intentional, this person is not ignoring you, dissociated, or you zoned out. A female, pregnancy, mind manipulation. Somebody could be sitting here talking about herpes or some weird shit. Friends discover who you are physically and now genuinely interested. Now they're aware of your real career. Someone could have did some revenge porn or some shit like that. Friends and family could have knew about this too. A group chat. Somebody you could know. Maxwell is into this shit. Maxwell the singer, Pretty Wings, Your Pretty Wings, all that shit. His ass is into Santeria and shit like that. Somebody, it's like a fucking trans, man, that's that weird shit I'm talking about, man. Get a fucking life. Ties to the bank, Navy Federal, Wells Fargo's, Truist, and Regions Bank. May 23rd, the group chat. Now nobody wins when the family feuds. People finally getting into this situation because somebody could have got notified that this shit can hit the news. Should be ADHD. An escort poked a hole. I said popped a hole. So an escort popped a hole in a condom just intentionally to keep somebody around. Someone got a reconstruction surgery. It could have been playing with somebody like, yeah, see, you know, with our surgeries, they started making it seem like we can get a uterus. Let's try to have a baby. You a weird motherfucker. Corrupt judge, corrupt pastor in the church. Cut them ties. A cousin that's a narc. Keep hearing a car outside. Somebody listen. Somebody hurt. Somebody know for a fucking fact that they did something wrong. But it's like, how is it that you expect for yourself to fix something with somebody and you know you did them wrong like that? And if you are sincere, approach them like mind games is not the fucking way. And for somebody, this is giving somebody that could be playing like they know about fucking telepathy. They know about energy. They know about this shit. So someone could be into Yoruba. Somebody could be into metaphysical stuff. Somebody's into this shit and they know this. Like, motherfucker, I'm not, somebody learn to seal off your fucking energy. And if that person finally, like, yeah, somebody literally want to come in to give you fake love bomb. For somebody, they just coming in because they need a sex fix. Because somebody felt like that plastic surgery or somebody getting like they bottom surgery or some weird shit. And it's like, this is not the same. Somebody could have tried that like a couple of times or something like that. And they realizing that shit is like, nah. That's equivalent to me like a motherfucking stud try to come into some shit and then you realize at the same time, it's like, if this is the fucking case, I'll be with a man. Like, that'd be the stupidest shit. Misdiagnosing people like, this is disrespectful. No, motherfucker, just get mental help. You like licking it, lick it. If you like sucking it, you like sucking it. Shit, just own that shit. That should be irritating me. ADHD, autism, high IQ, social cues, and social skills, no filter. Somebody, you misdiagnose your fucking ADHD, autism, and someone hates that shit. Somebody driving around by a 4x4 truck or a Ford one. Someone wants a chance. Don't wait on no motherfucker. I swear to God, please, whatever you do, don't ever wait on one. And please don't ever be a person to feel like just because a person did some shit, they was living out there, you just, if y'all got to check fucking statuses, portals, and shit like that, check that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody really genuinely want to fucking be with you and they really give a fuck. Okay, I want you to come to the clinic or to the hospital with me. I do have this diagnosis, da-da-da-da. And you work it from fucking there. A federal warrant has been signed. Somebody that the warrant was signed about at around 10 a.m. today. So some people will be picked up. They probably started picking some people up. So somebody's group chat could have been booming and that shit finally got quiet. Yep. Somebody wants something happen, like, it's definitely a pregnancy on this table. I don't know who the fuck it's for. But what you decide to do, that's solely up to you. But Spirit is telling you to breastfeed. Whatever you do, please breastfeed. Breastfeeding is the only way if there is any type of health issues, which I feel like there's not. If anything, if you do have some kind of condition or something like that, I mean, for somebody, if you got ADHD and autism, I feel like the kid probably have high IQ. So someone like your kid could be highly, like if you're highly intelligent, that child is for to be super high intelligent. Like this is like one of those Jimmy Neutron, what the fuck is you doing? type shit. But ain't shit wrong with it. It's just mean that kid gonna be super fucking advanced. So safety and security and breastfeeding is gonna be very prevalent for that child. They feel or felt that making you wait or pushing you away will make them want them more. That's the weirdest shit ever. If anything, I mean, unless you just desperate for somebody's fucking attention, maybe, I mean, if you're a desperate motherfucker and you ain't got no self-worth or something like that, that will work. But when you're not desperate, you cut them the fuck off and move on. Using funds from the county. Somebody want to relocate someone. Someone had paid for a spell work to block you from traveling. Smile in your face and then talk bad about you. Confidential settlement payment to keep quiet about concealed info under an alias. Someone going to approach under an alias. Organized crime against you and your children. So somebody, bruh, how the fuck you want to remain anonymous about doing some bullshit towards somebody? Come on now. And then you wait for this bullshit. Noticeable scar on somebody's face. Someone was being paid to play on your top. Believe it or not, hush money. They were being followed by a private investigator. They are not able to manipulate, trick you mentally or emotions. Okay, for somebody, if you had a situation where this did happen, like I did, having to grieve the miscarriage or whatever, and for somebody, it was just like something happened and right back around, it happened again. So wherever it was that you did experience a miscarriage or you did experience like stillborn or some weird shit like that, for somebody you end up giving like early birth and didn't realize it because it was like somebody you was like maybe like 3 months along. For another person who was like 9 weeks along. And then for somebody it was like approaching like the 4th or 5th month type shit when that happened. This is given past tense, but for somebody, wherever it happened, for somebody it could have happened like January, February, for somebody March, and then it's given like if it happened like during that time, I'm getting March, June, or September, and then a miscarriage happened for somebody. This can end, a rainbow can end up happening after that fact. So say that y'all link again, it was y'all have a rainbow baby. So whenever your situation occurred, there is a rainbow baby that's here. Yes, y'all might be separated. Yes, they are hurt too. So this is a person that maybe whenever y'all talk or whatever, you may notice that this person do certain things for you or something like that. It's because that person, I feel like for somebody, a person was coming through for you off the strip because they knew about this shit. Like I feel like somebody felt guilty, and whether you knew it or not, or you felt like my mom playing tricks on me type shit. Your mom wasn't playing tricks on you. That person knew, and it was eating them the fuck up. But it's like, it's given that this person was paid to do that shit in the first place. For somebody in the situation, I feel like this person or whoever it was that could have been grieving the miscarriage, the separation, or whatever the fuck it is. I feel like anybody that's been involved, it was up to 9 people that knew about it. And instead of this person saying about something, like I feel like somebody could have tried to keep something hidden around March. And someone could have been feeling that that's what's occurring right now. Child, this long hair. Somebody could be feeling, but it's like they still trying to be blind to it or keep it quiet at the same time. Something happened in March. Somebody for to be 48 hot. Do you hear me? Because I'm getting somebody trying to say, somebody hot at something. But somebody, y'all, you know, if you lost, congratulations, you are pregnant right now. I mean, don't grieve too hard. Don't put yourself, don't overthink some shit. Yep, somebody, listen. Two motherfuckers still trying to conceal the fact of what their involvement was in this shit. This one trying to keep cover. This one trying to hide like I ain't know. They motherfucking knew. Somebody is like, you fertile murder or some shit like that. But I don't want to be anything other than what I'm trying to be, baby. I just want to be everything you need. Gag. Shit, I already been there. The worst feeling in the world to be pregnant, like, and find out a motherfucker gay, like, type shit. Been there, done that. Had 4 kids, was down to 3. Off the fact that motherfucker was trying to hide the fact that he didn't want his son to come out like that. So all the people involved and paid, pulled out life insurance policies and shit. I've been there. I fucking been there. But just like they said, you know, when you're delusional and you don't feel like your body parts work, they usually try to take advantage of that. So they'll try to attempt to put you in a hearse or try to get you. They're crazy. Just give they dumbass a look like, are you done? Are you done? For somebody definitely pregnant around this motherfucker. Heavily pregnant around that motherfucker. Somebody just became. Someone's between. Is this concealed? Somebody hiding? Somebody hiding a pregnancy? Somebody hiding one. Somebody hiding one? Do that Heisman on that hoe? What nobody is supposed to know. This is some crazy ass shit. This is crazy shit. Somebody wanted you to relive some type of bullshit. And they was willing to use somebody to do that shit. Confirmation, man. It was a man grieving a fucking miscarriage on somebody. Shit. Like I said, next time I do that shit, sir, you paying for it, sir. You paying for it. I ain't got to worry about that shit no more. So it's like either a kid, like I said, I keep saying it time and time, video, until that shit, yeah, hey, y'all got to show me something. Either they're going to tell me them fucking kids are alive, they're going to tell me that they dead. It's going to be 1, 2 ways. So it's just like, shit, either fucking way. The focus is to make sure that I got to do business. Other than that, I just only have myself to worry about. The longer they fucking play, this is also people creating this situation where they feel that them prolonging a certain situation is working in their benefit, but it's actually, it's not. Because they feel like they blocking something, but they don't realize as much as you run your fucking mouth and as many times that you can go ahead and pay these gang stalkers or whoever the fuck you think you paying to go watch a page, eventually word of mouth is going to get around and they're going to start talking about anybody in the hood. You got to think, regardless if you have a set program for a set behavior, for a set people to do some shit, everybody ain't gonna be with that. So certain people gonna start questioning. And regardless if they getting the money and they gotta be quiet, right? Eventually someone's gonna run their mouth. So eventually all those people you was giving those chimes and cash app payments, Venmo payments, gift cards and shit, they gonna run their mouth to some people. Now, it's some people that usually get comfortable with living in the hood, living off of government assistance and shit like that. But eventually, some of them got common sense. And even though they're comfortable with what they're doing and what they got, You gotta feel that eventually someone gonna be sitting there and they gonna start asking particular questions. Now their friends got other friends and they other friends. So now you thinking that it's a group of 20 people, but not really that 20 then multiplied by other people because you're not really sure about other mutual people who they deal with, right? And when you're not sure about who they dealing with, now you basically going back into a neighborhood where you originally hired 20 people just to go ahead and do it. And now where this 20 then went to 50 and where this 50 then now went to about 500 fucking people. Now out of 500 people, that means you fit to go through a whole fucking community and kill about 500 people. I highly fucking doubt it. But out of that group, you're going to have at minimum about 60 of them motherfuckers that's going to go through and be like, oh, I don't like that happening. If they was willing to do that to some kids, because they be willing to protect their kids, and some of them, their kids get a chance, and some of these people, their kids don't. But now you got to sit here and figure out, well, who told? You don't know. So now you over here killing poor little Toto, thinking Toto gonna be able to tell you shit. Toto, the dog gone. Toto can't tell you shit. Now you in spiritual psychosis or medical psychosis or church psychosis and bullshit, and you don't really know. I can't trust nobody. Now you over here coked out, drugged out, drunked out, partying out, trying to figure out who said this, and now the cartel motherfuckers trying to figure out who said this, who said this. Now you got the mom motherfuckers flipping out. Now you got the drug motherfuckers flipping out. Now you got the church motherfuckers flipping out. Who said what? Now everybody started getting knocked off. Now finally doing federal warrants after other motherfuckers come up like, oh, it took for a fucking police officer or a fed to go hit the ground for y'all to finally be like, now we got to do something because my buddy got killed in this process. Oh, because this fucking person's buddy got killed, but fuck the black girl. Finally, we got to listen to the black girl because somebody's giving us details. Like, this shit be annoying in a motherfucker. But we have no choice because we didn't have no lead. But now we got the lead and we can't. Now we can't keep going with the artificial simulation and go ahead and tell them that if they didn't have the money to do this, but then considering that, hey, certain orphanage and people that were orphans and shit like that, and sometimes you go missing kids for certain years, yeah, they came for certain things, or certain people did do nice things for that person. But we're going to fuck them up and have them come in and we're going to turkey baste them, or we're going to get these type of people to sleep with them so we can go ahead and siphon from them and then kill them and then do this stupid shit. Like, come on, man. Because I'm one of them people. You ain't fit to force fucking religion on me. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Yeah, that's one fucking thing. Be for sure and be certain of. Religion is not fit to be pushed and forced upon me. Well, I can change your life and give you the opportunity. And what's part of this? You're gonna have to start going to church with me. Sure to exit the building. Shit, I'll take the struggle. Fuck all that. Don't force nobody to do something just because this is what you feel like. This is how you're going to keep your loyalty and opportunity. If not, we're going to keep making you suffer and go through poverty. And then shit, all it takes is for the right people to get tired of the bullshit. And they going to start talking to the motherfucker who at least, at minimum, because all you doing is showing me the system is fucking failing already. That's it. Well, I'm going to force black people to be Hebrew Israelites. Are we weary? Are we? Are we? Because for me right now, for a black person to try to force some shit to come my way, bitch, I'm laughing in your face. Show me one movement where fucking black people actually came together to do some shit just for the safety of somebody, especially a fucking woman. Please show me. Outside of starting the movie, say her name. Okay, we can say her name all day. Was there justice served? Nah. I'm a black lawyer or I'm a black judge. They don't give a fuck about that. You could be Latino and thinking you doing some shit. They don't give a fuck. All they know is you doing the mission that they need you to fucking do, and you thinking you eating off the crumbs. But if you really fucking heard what your counterparts was fucking really getting off this shit, bitch, you'll be one man motherfucker. Well, I wasn't trying to be greedy or nothing like that. Bitch, it ain't about being greedy. It's about being fair about this shit. They got 100 million. They only been giving your ass 100K every time that you do the stupid shit or botch that cage. Just think about it. Shit, their little white counterparts, the little girl that go ahead and smoke all the fucking cigarettes like this bitch right here, that I'm pretty sure they're giving her fuck ass what, an extra what, 2,000, just to make sure what, all bills together, what, I'm gonna say give or take about $2,500. For mass majority of these people around here, if they're budgeting effectively, these people are literally giving these people anywhere between $2,500 to $10,000, give or take. And they're going to have to use certain funds in certain organizations, agriculture group, most definitely. Because by now, they should have been sent me my carry and conceal license paperwork. And with the license. They should have been sent that. And forwarded it from the Days Inn Hotel. Because I had the original address for the Days Inn Hotel for room 167. But y'all didn't think to say, hey, let me return this mail back. This woman don't stay in my hotel no more. I guarantee they probably held on to that. Because like the guy told me when I called to go ahead and get my concealed carry license sent to me, it was like, well, we usually send it back or send it to the new address once the people send it back. They didn't do that. They didn't do that. Somebody told me they want to say sorry. No, ain't nobody fucking sorry, bitch. Be careful, shit. I just needed at least. I just need a little fix and get the fuck out of my face. I want that. Come drop it off if you're giving it for free. I want that. Look, it's one of those. I want that. Your mean ass. Somebody think people you mean. It is. I ain't never tell you I was nice. I ain't ever give nobody the indication that I was fucking nice. Justice. All right, let me get off of here. I gotta use the bathroom.